Welcome to another Cardano update. So I still think we are in a third wave move to the upside. It does not look like we have topped, so we might go to the 2.272 extension or maybe even the 2.618 to get above the trend line right here. And if we do break above the trend line, we will also be very close to the bull market support band, which is a good thing, because once we get above it, I don't think we'll go below it for a very long time after that. So yeah, that's very, very good. Just to remind you, we are currently in a third wave move of this 1-2 setup, and we are in a third wave of this third wave right here. And we still need a fourth wave move, so the third wave right here did get to my target zone, which is good, and theoretically it could start dropping now. Now, of course, I'm not expecting it to start dropping now, because if you look at the Bitcoin chart, it only got to the 1.272 extension, and in my opinion, it's still going to go to at least the 1.618 in the third wave right here, so it's probably going to like 67 to 71k in the next couple of maybe days. But we might get a correction because, as you can see, the Bitcoin chart, the RSI on the 1 hour chart is kind of overbought, so maybe we'll get a drop, and I mean that would be the perfect time to get this fourth wave right here. This is the support zone for the fourth wave. I don't expect this to be too deep. I mean, it could get to the 0.382 extension and get to like 36.5 cents. That would be enough, but of course we could get to the 50% extension as well, which is at 35.6 cents. And this fourth wave should be very, very fast because the second wave move down took a very long time. And usually when the second wave takes a long time, the fourth wave is a lot shorter than the second wave. So, you know, I don't expect the fourth wave to last longer than a couple of hours when it starts, or maybe a day or so. Then after that, we should go in the fifth wave to the upside, and this could go anywhere. I mean, it all depends on where the third wave goes. And once we get the fifth wave, then I will be able to confirm that the third wave right here is actually in, and this third wave should top at least at the 40.7 cents level. So we should get at least here in this fifth wave right here. Then you can expect a fourth wave move down, and as you can see, the second wave move down of the green wave count that I have on the chart was very, very fast. So this really makes me wonder if the fourth wave will take longer than the second wave, and if we will be in the fourth wave right here for a couple of days before we get the fifth wave to the upside. Bitcoin is currently going up, as you know. I mean, it's currently at 64k. It went up quite a lot in the last couple of days. It went up from 56k to 65k in like 9 days. So, you know, it's looking good. Bitcoin dominance is also going up, which is nice. And we are very close to topping, in my opinion. If you look at the 1-day chart, I think we'll get to the 0.618 extension, just like we did in the previous cycle. And then that will mark the top of the Bitcoin dominance chart, and if we do that, it's going to be perfectly fine, because in that time Cardano can pretty much go up a bit. Obviously it's not going to go up as much as Bitcoin, because in order for Bitcoin dominance to go up, Bitcoin needs to go up more than the altcoins, so you know. But still, I mean, we went up from about 27 cents from this low right here to 39 cents right now, which is very good. And obviously, this does not confirm that this second wave right here is in. To confirm that the second wave is in, I obviously need 5 waves to the upside to form a first wave move. And let me go on the 4 hour for this. These 5 waves that I need to see will form a first wave. So this will be a first wave of this first wave right here. And let me go on the daily now. And this first wave right here should get to maybe the 0.236 extension at 91 cents. And get above the first wave high right here. And by the way, this is only the first wave of this large third wave move to the upside. If you watched my previous videos, you will know that. But you know, I have to always repeat things because new people always come in, so you know. And after we do go up in 5 waves to form this first wave move, then I expect a second wave move down, which could take a long time, maybe like, let's say about a few weeks, maybe not even that. And then I expect the most bullish part of the cycle to happen, which is the third wave of the third wave. And if we check out what happened in the previous cycle, as you can see in the third wave of the third wave, that's pretty much where most of the gains actually happened. It went from 22 cents to about $1.54 before getting a fourth wave correction and then a fifth wave to finish the third wave move to the upside. Now, of course, the cycle does not have to repeat itself, that's obvious, but it could repeat itself because, if you can remember from my previous videos, I was comparing this move that happened over here to the move that's happening right now, and to be honest with you, they are looking more similar than ever. Let me explain why. So as you can see in the previous cycle, after we went up in 5 waves to form a first wave move to the upside, we went down into an ABC structure to form a second wave move down, and then we tried going up in a third wave before getting hit with the pandemic, and then it got invalidated. So the first wave move got invalidated. But as you can see, after the second wave moved down, we were supposed to go in a third wave. So if you ignore what happened over here, I think the price would have continued going up. And if you look at what's happening in this cycle, we are pretty much doing a similar thing. We went up in 5 waves right here. We went down into an ABC structure to form the second wave move down. And now it looks like we are starting the third wave move to the upside. Now, obviously, we could get rejected by this. I mean, maybe we'll get rejected by the trend line that I have on the chart. It could always be the case, but like I said, once we get above the trend line, I think it will be a sign that something more bullish is happening. And, to confirm that the low in the second wave is actually in, I still need a break at least above this high right here at 68 cents. And obviously, I don't expect the price to get there anytime soon. Like in the next couple of days, I don't think that's possible, but it could get there very fast if Bitcoin dominance decides that it wants to top in the next couple of weeks or maybe a month or so. So, this all depends on what the Bitcoin dominance chart will do. Now, if you check out the daily RSI, we are not overbought, which is a good sign, and I think this means that we'll probably get to maybe this level right here and get above the bull market support band. So I think we'll get like 45 cents before we get to the overbought territory on the RSI, and then we'll get a correction, which would go very well with my wave count, so, or maybe we'll not get to the overbought territory. I mean, it could be the case. Maybe we'll go up and we'll just not get to the overbought territory. I mean, that happened before, so keep that in mind as well. Also, if you check out the weekly RSI, the RSI is currently above the yellow line, which is a very, very good sign because, as you can see, we were below it for most of the second wave and we tried going above it 2 times. So we tried going above it right here, and we got rejected by it. So this right now is pretty much another test, and if we do get rejected by it again, and if we go below the yellow line on the weekly RSI, I think that's going to be a sign that the bottom is not in for the second wave, and that we will get another second wave low. And realistically, yeah, that could happen, especially if Bitcoin dominance goes to like 60%. Now, do not forget the invalidation zone for the first wave move up is at 22 cents. So if we get below 22 cents, I am pretty much going to turn bearish because this structure will no longer be bullish. So, and just a reminder, in the previous cycle, we went up in 5 waves to form a first wave move to the upside. And the bear market was an ABC structure to form a second wave move down, and right now we are in a second wave move down of a much larger third wave move to the upside. So if we are in a much larger third wave move to the upside, then the third wave right here of this third wave should be very, very impulsive, and it could even get to the 1.618. and maybe even the 2.618 if things are more bullish. Now, obviously, right now that's hopium, and we have to see what happens with the third wave, and we'll have to see if the second wave move down actually holds support levels. But if we do go in a third wave move to the upside, then it could be, like I said, very, very impulsive. So be aware of that. Also, if you go on the monthly RSI, as you can see, we are still below the yellow line. And this is kind of interesting because I really wonder if we will close below the yellow line in August, or if we will actually manage to go back above the yellow line. So that's also something you need to watch, I guess. If we do close below it again, August is probably the last month where we'll actually close below it, because as you can see, right now the RSI on the monthly is going sideways, and usually when the RSI is going sideways, the price explodes after a few months. So, keep that in mind as well. I mean, the RSI was going sideways here as well, and then it started getting a pump before the pandemic. So, keep that in mind. And that's pretty much all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and the Patreon if you want access to all of the TradingView charts and if you want access to some bonus videos. And yeah, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.